Now question of the day, our move to determine x. So how can we determine? First of all, if you see very carefully, what about that angle? This one is how much? 80. This one is 80. Okay. So this one is 80. This one is 80. So what about that angle? This one written 360. Sorry, 180 minus 80 minus 80, that is 120, because 80 plus 80, that's 120. So 180 minus 120, that is 20 degree. So basically that angle is 20 degree. Okay. Now look here very carefully. This one is 20 degree. This one is 80 degree. That is 10 degree. Okay. If you determine that angle and that angle, then we got x. Okay. So how can determine? First of all, look here, this triangle, that is 80 and that is 60. So what about that angle? This one is written as 180 minus 80 minus 60, 70 plus 10, 80 plus 60. This one is written as 120. So what about that angle? That is 40 degree. So this one is 40 degree. I hope so clear. After that, same thing. This one is 70, this one is 70, and that is 80. So what about that angle? Okay, that angle is written as 180 minus 80 plus 70, that is 150. So basically 30 degree. So basically how much? 30 degree. So this angle is how much? 30 degree. Are clear? Now that angle and that angle, 70 plus 60. This one written 180 minus 6, that is 130. So basically 50 degree. So if this one is 50, so that angle is how much? 50 degree. Okay, I hope so clear. This one is 50 degree and that one is 40 degree. Okay, now how can determine that angle? Okay, so basically look here, this one is 10 and this one is 20. So what about that angle? What about that angle? This one is how much? That one is 10, that is 20. So what about that angle? This angle is written as 180 minus 30. So basically this one is a 150 degree. Okay, so this one is 150 and that one is 30 degree. Okay, I hope so clear. And this one is 50 degree. How can determine that angle? If you see very carefully, this is 10 and that one is written 10 plus 40 plus 50, that is 90, plus x, this will be equal to 180. So x, this will be equal to 180 minus 100. So we got how much? 80 degrees. So x basically how much? 80 degree. Okay, make it.